Dark Souls 2, tell us about it, Shades. And one more for my editing later. There we go. We are back once again, friends, for more Dark Souls 2. I should burn a humanity thing because
Right.
taking some hits here. Human effigy.
Yep.
And last episode, we were fighting the Smelter Demon, and I don't remember the way, but we'll figure it out together.
I was gonna ask if you remember, because I don't.
I don't remember. I have no recollection of this place. We
Yeah.
went down. I remember.
Yeah, I know it was a long path. Did it involve
I remember.
going down the elevator?
I remember the elevators. I don't remember if it involved going down them.
I'm pretty sure it was down.
Yeah, I remember that much.
Yeah.
Well, that was lucky.
I don't know
Not
if that was
really.
your intent, but... yeah, everything I had heard about the DLC for this game, and my memory of it is, like, very hazy of how much I had done. But, like, the boss runs especially were long. Yeah, that'll do it.
You know what? Hold on. I'm thinking about this wrong. Because we have to go down. This is not the optimal bonfire. If we're going down, but then why am I at this bonfire?
Yeah, that's
What
what
was-
I'm wondering. Was there, like, a different shortcut?
Pardon me, sir.
So there's that path to the left immediately.
why
here.
w-
Was that one always there? Or, I mean, I don't think that was.
Why was I going this way? What reason would I have had to be here? What, so this just looped around then?
Yeah.
Huh. What a conundrum.
Yeah, I'm
Did
almost
I walk
positive.
through the fire?
I remember you doing that at some point for some reason, but I don't know if that was, like, part of the actual path. Okay, that's just that. Definitely wasn't that last one.
Smelter throne?
I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure that that's where that weird set of armor was, and that wasn't. I don't think that was anywhere close. Was the
Weird
foyer?
set of armor.
Like, it was just set up like a statue.
All right. Okay.
I'm just gonna look up the path, just in case.
Yep. Are you just looking up the last video we did?
You know, that would be the smart way to do it.
Jesus. I'm going somewhere. Oh boy. Who is this jabroni? Oh boy.
I don't think that was it.
Probably not. Probably not.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Was it that gate? Or was there another?
Well, there's more elevators going down.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. This is where, okay, yeah, this is where you died. I thought it was... Yeah, this might be it. Because I remember there was a lot of guys along the way.
Shortcut, Tim. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Oh, Christ. Fam, can you pull that a little
Oh,
faster?
okay, good. Was that a shortcut?
I don't know. Oh, good. Forlorn's back. My best buddy. Hey, Forlorn. I'm just gonna squeeze past you.
That's an elevator. But where'd it go?
Forlorn, you coming with me? He's good. He's good.
I want to see them drop down and just immediately die.
Forlorn can't take no elevator. That's right, man. Was this a shortcut?
Yeah, maybe. Wonder what all that is, extra, all the fire stuff on the side, but this definitely seems like a boss door. I don't recall if this was the boss door.
Surely it's safe with through the mist door.
Eh.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Safety in the mist door.
Oh,
Hey.
I don't think this is the same fight.
Sorry, fam. I went through the wrong thing. Sorry, fam. I'm just looking for the bathroom, fam.
You managed to find a different boss along the way. Oh.
Lock in, boys. I don't know who this jabroni is, but we'll surely beat him in one try. Tim, it seems like you got a lot to say here.
Well, you see, they're at full health.
Uh-huh.
That might be a problem.
Now he's not at full health.
We'll see. Now they are.
Well, I'm confused, Tim.
They've
Tim, you
got
told me that
healers.
this... Oh boy!
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Alright, so we went down.
If you go all the way down, that's where you end up fighting that guy. But where was the smelter demon? Let's try to find our video. Because I could have sworn you dropped down through here, but maybe not.
So I crashed through there last time around, so I'll do this time around.
Probably just all goes to the same place.
At least these guys are 2 shots.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of like jail cells, but I'm trying to remember how you got to that.
Well, this drop looks like it'll do damage to me. A little bit. Well, never mind then.
So I remember the giants that were the elevators, right?
Yes.
Did you? I'm watching the video. Did you really just walk past a bonfire and not rest it?
How do
I
I
don't-
activate this elevator?
I think that room out there. Because that's
This
where
room?
all the big center room.
I didn't see any elevators going this way, though.
It was like a side door, a side path.
Perhaps this side path.
Oh. But it was definitely like you didn't take one of those elevators down all the way to the bottom. That's if you're trying to get to this, that smelter demon again.
Well, I'm not sure where I am, so I'm just gonna fight that guy again.
Yeah. But in either case, I think it is branches off from that center area where you just took the elevators down.
I'm gonna do this for future me.
You have to
Can I
just,
not?
No, you have to step on the elevator to send it up. Oh.
Huh?
I think you're gonna need some of those if you want an actual fight. Smelter wedges.
Oh, bonfire.
That's nice. Lowermost floor. Cool. That. Okay. Is it that path? This looks familiar.
Huh.
Because there's that.
This does look familiar. This
Was
is
it
promising.
that door straight over there? Because I remember it was like, just watching the videos, it was just like a side path along the side of the wall. Was it this one? Yeah.
side path?
Yeah, this. I think is this.
And
to
you
get to
said I
the-
walked.
Yeah, you walked right past this bonfire. Maybe you rested at it.
Yeah, you might have seen. Well, what's the name of this bonfire for my reference later?
Iron
Iron
Hallway.
Hallway.
Was that in a different category?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it was definitely that. And then it was just like a long, a long path to the other guy.
I don't think I had to go that way, right? That was just a dead end.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
All right.
definitely this way.
Man. Okay, so Iron Hallway.
Yeah.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
I guess I'll burn another human effigy.
I think for that other boss, you're gonna need those wedges, but those are in a chest somewhere.
Steel-willed Lori. Turn up, Lori.
Why do I have Lori in my head? Someone asked me about Lori recently. I don't remember.
It was
why.
me.
Was it
Because
you?
I asked you if Truck Simulator used the word lorry or truck.
Right. Yeah. Drifter.
Me and the
Jeff and the-
boys.
Jeff and the boys. Oh, hello. What's this guy doing there?
I don't suppose there's a bonfire around here.
One would hope.
Can't seem to get up that way. I can't seem to get up that way. Well, whatever, boys. All right, round 2. Let's do it. Me and the boys are here.
Is this the first boss you've done with friends?
I feel like I've done it before.
Sword is blue flavored now.
Uh-huh.
You dipped it in that blue raspberry.
Did Idle die? Not Idle!
Whoa.
Whoa, boy!
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Well, that was good, but I don't want to keep burning human effigies for the sake of that.
I think the Ultra Instinct is probably the way to go.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be a bonfire path along this path, right?
Yeah, it didn't seem like it. And there's just so many dudes.
Man.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
There's all these other paths, but I haven't seen anything that, like, would necessarily lead you there.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Whoops, wrong way. These don't do anything, right?
I think so. That center gate opened up, but maybe that's...
I remember going this way and it was a dead end.
Oh, was it?
Wasn't this just a drop? Or maybe it's not. If it's a drop to fight those guys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe there's another way over there. Or at least, like, something new.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Why is that gate closed?
I remember looking into these cells and they were dead ends from what I could remember.
That gate opened up at the beginning.
Is it... Oh, let's try...
Oh, maybe just pulling the lever again?
If... Hold on. Because it spit out fire.
Well, the gate actually opened. I thought.
I think I saw that also.
Is it timed? Like,
That's kind of...
is it a case of just... You just have to run forward and dodge these guys?
Let's try that on the next attempt, because otherwise it looks
Yeah.
like these are... Because I would think it leads to these platforms
Yeah,
that I can't get to from here.
I would think so too. I don't know if that necessarily means there's going to be a bonfire, but at least it's a different path or something.
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Third attempt. I'm glad
In the
that guy
back.
tagged me. Okay. That's not enjoyable. That hurts.
Great start.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
So I'm just gonna pull this and run forward, I guess. But I'm gonna get caught on fire or something, yeah.
Okay. Not the best, but it's different. This seems like another timed one, if I were to guess. Okay.
Now, what would really help me out here is a bonfire.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You see, have a different path to the door.
Oof. All right, just forget it. I'm going through the door. Well, that's not a roll. Did you just roll through that? Oof. Where was my iframes? Oh, I'm taking damage.
Yep. That was a delay.
Ah, boy.
It was a good attempt.
Good attempt, good attempt.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
This is dexterity. What was that for?
I don't know.
I would think one of those, like, if you want to resist fire, that could help.
Is he fire or is he magic?
Mm. I would think fire, but
Wasn't the first one fire?
yeah,
Wouldn't this guy be different?
not necessarily. He's just blue.
Well, that leads me to think this ring is the correct ring if it's the blue ring.
I could double check.
Yeah, just if you're searching it, see blue smelter demon, fire or magic. Let's see if that comes up with something. Oh, good, 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 good.
Okay,
Good.
so it is a very short time.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Yeah, I think it's magic resistance.
Yeah, because I was looking at the ring colors.
Yeah, that's not always the best indicator, but I guess in this instance it is.
Oh, I don't want to do that. That would have been the wrong way. Someone dropped down? Oh, right, that guy.
Right.
Good. Good, good, good.
Indiana Jones.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it was this one.
And if we're going to fight this guy, let's go ahead and do this. Whoop! Didn't mean to use a radiant one, but whatever. Alright, one more time. I'm having a good time, Tim. Thanks, FromSoft. I needed that right before this boss fight. Alright, so that pushes back. That was a 3. Nah, that's a kill. Alright, alright. I understand it now.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Alright, he goes 2s and 3s. Yup. 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 Yup.
Yep. Yep.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
I think if I hug the left and then go right. Hug the left past the first guy. Let's just keep hugging the left and see if that works. Well, alright then.
Okay.
This dummy.
Starting to believe.
Now I know that there's a guy like right here. Let's just hug the left again and hope that it works again. Well, was there anything in these cells? Nah, it doesn't look like. Maybe hug left, hug right.
Yeah.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
How are we doing on stream time?
40-ish
Okay.
minutes in. So hugging left on, well,
Not always, it doesn't seem like. Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it.
are you winning, sons?
Nope.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
See, it seemed like I should have been able to make it through that one.
Yeah. I guess your head height is where it tracks.
Oh boy.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Let me try something a little crazy here, Tim. How do I...
I think you have to two-hand it or something weird.
Oh, it helps if I have actual bows, right? What? How do I fire? Oh, come on. Come on. Well, it was a nice idea.
Yeah.
Do they just go back to their cells?
No. Guess we'll just hang out here. That's not it.
So this is another one of these. Let me just... So it's always to the right first.
Oh, there is an item.
So that's an item in there.
Okay.
Is it just one? Two.
Two.
Okay.
Do more show up? Because I thought it was
You know
more
what,
than
let's-
two.
Let's fight these guys just for the sake of... Because we need those smelter wedges anyway, right?
Oh, yeah.
On the off chance that these are smelter wedges, let's... Yeah, we might as well see what these are. Torches. Thanks, FromSoft. Huh. So that's a one-time use per bonfire reset. And then what's in here?
A different path. Although, did you ever go this way?
I don't think I've ever gone this way.
Oh, okay. This is just that platform that you couldn't reach the first time you dropped down here.
I'm gonna make a play for that item that's floating around over there. Okay, yeah, I recognize this. Hey, this wasn't the worst scenario.
Yeah.
Hey, this works out. Thanks, fam. So long.
Thank you.
You gonna explode? Okay, good. That's at least one free hit on him. I can get two in here. Nice. Wasn't expecting the jump. I wasn't expecting the overhead. I'm not gonna heal yet, just... I need one whiff. I want to heal twice here. Ah, brutal. That's
Yeah,
fine,
you get,
that's fine.
You get hurt
Gives
when
me
you're
a chance.
close to him.
Long sword, he's got the long boy sword. One,
That's two.
one. Oh, he's doing like a jab following that up now. One, two, jump. No, I was not expecting that. One. Well, that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me. He got me.
also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that's I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
All right, so we found out I don't necessarily have to do, if we want to do the shortcut path, we can kind of do this one and then zigzag our way to the other.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst. Although this one there was only 2 guys, so it wasn't as bad, or at least it didn't seem as bad.
I swear it felt like 3.
Maybe.
We'll give it a go, but I swear I counted 3.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So if I do this, this is a drop. I'm going to take a right here. This is going to be another drop. Nope. Well, was not expecting that guy to drop down with me.
Hello.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that's I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
So I'm just gonna do this one and then a zigzag from here on out.
Okay.
But we're not even going to mess with that guy because we are going to do this drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just going to run. We're just going to run. We're just going to run.
It's always this big guy who occasionally tags. Yep.
Oh boy.
No iframes for that.
That's an overhead. I can squeeze in 2. Oh, he can jump away. That works also. Long boy sword. Alright, he goes for a triple now. I
Stop
am
for an
losing health.
explosion. Yep.
Jump. Ah, the overhead. Okay. Okay, so the explosion follows the jump now. Ah. Yeah, the health depletion is brutal. Do you... Well, go ahead and hit me with that.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Will it stack if I have 2 of the magic resist rings?
No.
No, it doesn't stack?
Yeah, I think we've looked into that. But like if you want to stack the magic and the physical, it'll do that.
Hmm.
The one thing is one of those rings you can't remove.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It'll say. I don't think it's that. I think it's that one. Like if you hit an X on it, it'll say. Yeah, and it's easily broken. So.
These are all important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to lose any of that. Yeah, that's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Oof. We're getting our mileage out of that bumper today.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
How we doing on stream time? 1 hour?
Yep. Did a little bit of a Luigi fall.
Luigi fall? I didn't see any CEOs here.
Yeah.
Oh, wink. So we're not going to mess around with that one. We'll just... What is this? Oh, no, that's not what
that's
I
that
want to
one.
do. This seems like a fair compromise so that I don't have to do that run twice in one attempt.
Yeah. Now if we could just figure out a way to avoid this guy every time. Like that.
Alright, I feel it, Tim. This is the one. Yeah. What did so much damage to me before the jump? Just standing next to him?
Yeah.
Man.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Was he doing extra damage while he was getting the long boy sword? Is that what happened there?
I think so.
Sir, I need a thumbnail image. Thanks, fam.
Here you go. So you don't seem to be getting hurt when you're like not super close to him. It's only being right on him.
Are you trying to tell me something? Or are you trying to hint towards something?
No, I'm just wondering like if it is just because you were super close to him. So like that's good to know.
Yeah, that's what the fans came to see.
Now you're just clowning on him.
No matter how stressed out I am, I'm still in content mode.
Right.
The
Some of
delay
those
is
are just
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, look at the damage on that one. Give me that bumper. Give me that bumper.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
It's a doable fight. It's just gonna be. I can tell it's gonna be a war of attrition.
Yeah.
What time is it? No. Okay. I'm good to keep going, Tim. If you're down, if you're not
Yeah, that's
terribly
fine.
bored with these attempts.
Like you almost beat that first guy in the cage just by blocking him.
Swing on his dingus immediately.
Immediately get payback.
Man,
That was revenge.
yeah, for the dingus.
And also, you've been forcing him to play through Dark Souls. That's a tough time. You're doing that. I assume Jeff is a friend of yours, and that's a tough thing to do to a friend.
Huh.
Perfect dodges all the way.
Surely this is a blessed run. Oh, this is a blessed run, Tim. This is a blessed run. Not a single hit taken on the path over here. This is a blessed run. Explosion. Just one. I won't get greedy. Explosion. Let's squeeze one in there. Long boy's sword is out, boys. Almost paid for that one.
Yeah. It's a close one. That long delay. His timing seems different.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It was the blessed run.
Well, surely there's not any boss tougher than that from here on out, right, Tim?
No, you already saw the other guy.
Fume Knight. The blessed run.
Oh, this is where he came in.
So let's not go that way.
Yeah.
Was that the blessed run? Was
I
that
thought
the run
so.
where...
It was so long that I'm like, was it? I'm questioning myself. How did I... Never mind. Camera just got tilted completely to the side there briefly.
I don't understand where I am.
This is that central... Okay, yeah. Is this the... that bonfire? Yeah.
Well, let's get back to Majula, level up, and never come back to this area ever again.
Bearer of the until hope.
You also burned a lot of life gems there.
Yep. Let's see. I don't know that anything matters.
Yeah, I don't
Nothing
think
matters
so.
anymore.
I guess that
Yeah.
kind of a little bit.
Right?
It's just like one extra point for stamina for each
Yeah.
point.
You? Thank you, kind.
Let's double check that our death counter matches what the game says.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was one story death. Yep, makes sense. Ooh. Ooh, what an episode. I was thinking this is going to be like an Ornstein and Smo situation. But we pulled through. We pulled through, lads. Well, friends, if you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. And join us on Twitch one of these days where we play a variety of games just like this one. And if you did join us on Twitch, we hope you have an excellent evening. Well, Tim, we're one step closer to finishing our run of Dark Souls 2. And if you're a big fan of games that are very, very similar, join us for our next video where we'll be playing through Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Have a nice night, friends. Bye-bye-bye.